Okay guys, so we're doing things a little bit different this time. I'm gonna fish from the back of the boat because otherwise I'd be too close to the bank. So anyway, I'm gonna try that. We're gonna start with the Procyon LT 2500. This really is, I didn't say this in the review, but the body and the gears are 1000 size because the model is CXH. C stands for 1000 size gears. Okay, they call it compact body, but the truth is, well, I guess it is compact, but they put the small gears in this reel, so don't buy the C model if you're gonna use it for bass fishing, because once you start these ridiculous bass fishing hook sets, you're gonna destroy the gears of this little reel pretty fast. But anyway, let's cast a couple of times. You know, I'm still not very good precisely marking these brushes. You know, I don't know what I'm looking on the screen, but when I toss the buoy and later come, it's never, the brush is never where I tossed the buoy, even though I thought it was. Maybe it moves a lot from the place I drop it until it sinks. But I try to factor that in, and still I never know where exactly the brush is. So let's find out. You know, the first cast with a braid is always a pain. Sometimes I cast all the way a couple of times just to get the braid. It's kind of glued to itself. After a couple of casts, it's pretty good, but the first few casts, don't tell me to use a different braid. This is the best braid on the market. This is Daiwa J braid. There is nothing better. Okay, let's see if I can find the fish or snag in the brush right away. Here we go. What is that? That's a small crappie. Why? I haven't tightened the drag yet. Let me adjust the drag for you. Well, we are on the board, I guess. Okay, let's tighten this drag a little bit before we scare somebody, okay? So there is some crappie here. I already saw that. Got you this time. That's a decent crappie. That's not what was giving me the short bites. I know this brush. I've fished this brush before. This brush doesn't have big fish. I don't know why. Some brush have big fish. Some brush just don't. Uh-oh. That's a decent crappie. It's not going anywhere. I will let you go, buddy. Okay, let's try this again. It's a 1 gram jig head. And this jig head has seen a lot of suffering. Oh, I just dropped it. They're all small though. But in the summer, most often crappie are all the way at the bottom, at least in my lakes that are not very deep. My lakes are 15-20 feet deep, and the crappie are all the way on the bottom. I had a bite, but I missed it. If you fish in 30 or 40 foot of water, maybe they will stage in the middle. But over here, they get like glued to the bottom, which is why they're not easy to see on a side imaging. But I just know that if I see a good structure, you drop a little bit too late, my friend. I'm gonna let you go anyway. But yeah, if I see in a crappie lake, okay, if I see a piece of good structure meaning something thick that casts shadow, okay, otherwise some flimsy stuff, not good enough. Maybe in the spring or in the fall it's good enough, but in the summer when it's really hot, they need thick stuff that can cast a shadow. If I see thick cover, I will stop and fish it, because I know there will be at least a couple of crappie there, even though you don't see nothing on the side imaging. For two reasons. First reason, when the crappie is on the bottom, it's hard to see on side imaging. It's hard to see even with live scope, okay? And reason two, despite what everybody talks about, I mean, there is a million boats fishing for crappie on this lake today. But despite all the pressure, people cannot really catch all the fish from a brush, okay? Because first of all, people are not very good. You know, there is a lot of pressure, but most people don't catch nothing, in my observation, okay? Or they buy the minnows and they catch 4 crappie today. So I don't know, there is a lot of pressure, but people, you know, there is only a few people that catch a lot of fish. Everybody else is just tourist, crappie tourist. So they cannot catch all the fish from a brush pile to begin with. They can never clean them out completely, because once you catch, you know, 4 or 5 fish, the school moves away, later it comes back again. So if I see nice thick cover, I'm gonna stop and fish it in the summer, because I know I will catch at least a couple of fish. Actually, the only reason I might not catch a couple of fish is if a muskie or a big walleye, I don't think they care for bass too much. I've seen them adjacent to bass and not care. But yeah, these 3 foot, 4 foot muskie, one of them shows up and they are gone, man. They are goners. Okay, let's talk him more catchy, okay? Here we go. Can't catch one decent fish for video today. I'm like 0 for 40 already. Bite. That feels better. No, it doesn't. He fought very hard in the first 2 seconds. Then he got tired. And he considered, I'm not even 8 inches long. Why should I fight when he's gonna let me go right away? Look at that. I snagged him under the chin. He nuts. Well, that's a 9-incher, but giggity. Giggity. Yeah. Wow, he slammed it. Is this a bluegill? No, wow, this guy slammed it. Got you this time. Oh, he couldn't resist the nymph. Look at him. He tried to resist it. He tried to resist the nymph, but he failed. Oh, he was here. That's why I didn't sink. Oh, they started to fall for the nymph, guys.